Morning guys, morning, it's afternoon, 12:41, 49, 61 degrees outside, 65 in here. So it's the holidays, haven't got a whole lot done, but I want to start out by saying, actually giving a little shout out to a couple of guys. First off, Greg's Garage, most of you guys know him. Built a CNC and man, that was amazing. And let me get my camera set up right here. Anyway, so yeah, extremely talented guy, and fun to watch, really entertaining, great personality. But anyway, he turned me on to another guy called Joe Scott. Now this guy is equally as funny and equally as entertaining. He talks about a lot of scientific stuff, quantum physics, why we're here, all kinds of really cool stuff that's way above my head. But his videos are very funny and easy to watch, and actually have taught me quite a bit. I've never studied quantum physics or anything like that, so just starting out listening to his videos and kind of getting a grasp for the universe and how it's the string theory and all the other stuff that's going on with that is pretty fantastic, or at least I think so, because I'm that guy I like to take stuff apart and figure out why it works, and so that's just on an extremely higher level than my mind would ever work, but it's the same thing. I mean, these guys are trying to figure out why stuff works the way it works, so it really interests my brain, basically. But anyway, this guy is extremely funny, witty. I just sit and crack up. And so if you haven't subscribed to Joe Scott, you're really missing out, especially if you're interested in that type of thing. And he's got tons of videos on all kinds of different stuff, but mainly the ones I've watched are, why are we here? You know, that's the question that everyone wants to know, why are we here? Of course, no one can answer that, you know, definitively, but he gives it a heck of a shot, and get your mind to thinking anyway. So that's kind of what I was, you know, when I started watching it, where I was going with it, trying to, you know, open my mind to different things. And I try to keep my mind open. I try not to be closed-minded to only one way. And I think if you shut yourself down to just one thing, you really hurt yourself. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, don't believe in the religion you believe in or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't close yourself down to one specific thing. Keep your mind open and try to grow, because that's the only way you're gonna grow, is if you keep your mind open to that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's it on that. And so you guys check those guys out. Greg's Garage has been around forever and ever, so you guys probably already in tune with who he is. If you're not, then check his stuff out. But anyway, so there's the car. Haven't got anything done on it since I last did the gaps, and you can see pretty much still the same how I left it. I still got a few little tweaks to do. Went ahead and put this threshold down here and got that in. It says I can't open that door for like 72 hours because the adhesive has to dry up good. So pretty excited about that, because I kept having water running here, as I was showing you guys before, and it'd actually puddle up right here in the floor. You can see it's discolored the concrete there. So hopefully that stops that. If that works real well, then I'll go ahead and buy the one for the front, and it's 16 foot across. So they're still only about $40 though, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's pretty easy to put in, and just clean concrete good, and it gives you a little instruction sheet on how to do it. So if you guys are having problems with water coming in under your doors, that might be a fix. I'll let you guys know in a few days, or after the next time I have a big rain or whatever. So all right, for today though, I think I'll go ahead and finish up this gap and get it tweaked where I need it. There's a couple of wide spots and a couple tight spots, and I'll go ahead and take care of that. And I don't know. I have brown areas on this car that need to be black, so I may just focus on trying to get the brown areas black. So I'll have to take these doors off. And that was the thing we were talking about. Marking all this stuff before I take it off, because now I got it where I want it. I don't have to go back through trying to realign everything. So I'm going to need to drill some holes in some hinges, drill some holes in some hinges up on the hood, so on and so forth. Maybe the fenders, try to figure out where a good spot is where it won't be obvious that I've drilled holes through them. And I may work on that today. And if I get that done, I may go ahead and rip these doors off, or at least rip one of the doors off and get to stripping it down and doing a little bit of body work. I got the other door on the other side, it's got holes in it. He wants these sealed off, so I'll have to make a little deal for that, seal those off, and then start getting it going in epoxy primer. I've decided on this. We left off on this last time. Went ahead and put the eye bolts in, you can see there. And I haven't done much more to it, but I've decided I'm just going to keep these little clamps here because it makes it unlimited for me to be able to put it up or down whichever way. And so I think I'm going to stick with that. And I just really, to be honest with you, I'm being lazy and I don't want to clean and sand and wire wheel and all that to get all that crap off of there that they put on it from, you know, I think it's called mill scale or whatever. I think for about 50 bucks, maybe 75, I can have this thing powder coated just like this. And to me, I think in time wise, it would be worth it to me to just have them sandblast the whole thing, powder coat it red, and be done with it. To me, it'd be worth it. Now, if it goes over 100 bucks or something, I may just go ahead and do it myself, but I don't think this guy's, he did this whole thing here for me for 75 bucks. And it's got the expanded metal down in there. I mean, they mask off the whole top so it didn't get powder coated. It seemed like a lot bigger job than what, and I think they even, yeah, look under there. They even did the bottom of it. So for like 75 bucks, and that's a pretty big table. I think it's close to a 4x8 table, or not 4x8. It's like 4x6 or 4x5, something like that. Anyway, pretty good sized table. That I had powder coated, the blue deal, and I think they charged me right at 100 bucks, but it had a lot of pieces. And so, you know, they hooked me up. They treat me pretty good. So, like I said, that thing there is, I would think, less time consuming than that. So I'm thinking if I can get it in for 50, 75 bucks, I think that's the way I'm going to go. But I'll probably have to wait till after the holidays because everything's probably crazy right now. Anyway, a little update for you on what's going on. Hadn't made a video in a few days and thought I'd come back out here and tinker. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'll bring you back when I start working on something. See ya. Hey guys, I'm going to take you along real quick on this. Just kind of trying to perfect this little gap here. It was just a little too big up here, and all I did was went in and just tacked me some tacks on here. So basically I'm going to grind that down and basically show you how to do this without getting too crazy with it and messing up what you've got. So I'm going to take this grinding wheel first and knock the top of that off. And where's my ear protection? Let's go that direction. Alright, now I knock the top of that off, I take this one here, a little roll lock, and smooth it up. Gotta stay off this door. that down with that just a little bit. Now when this little file comes in, start hand working that. Alright, I don't know how well you can see that, but this little area right here is about where I want to be, so I need to bring this and that back down to that area. Alright, I'm still just a little big right here. Right through here, so I'm going to weld a couple more beads in that area, and get this straightened out. Yeah, just a little bit through there, and probably a little bit. I got to take a little bit more out of this actual corner here. Alright, that's looking pretty good through there. Alright, a little bit more weld in here and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, at what point do you say, you know, I've nitpicked this to death and it's time to move on? I think that time is now. So, here's what I've got. Comes up, makes a little transition there. And this is, I know it looks goofy in the camera, but all that is a little bit of primer that I didn't get out of there. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know how good that's showing up, but it's really parallel. Looks pretty good. Actually looks real good. And I'm gonna live with that. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get it any more perfect than that. And like I said, at what point do you say, you know what, that's enough? So I'm gonna leave it at that, and that gap's done. The only thing I may have to do is when I pull the fenders off, get to the back side of that, like I said, if I have to clean up any of that, if I have to weld, you know, any pits or whatever in on the back side, I'll have to do that. But the fender will be off the car, so it'll be super easy to get to that, grind it down, and then throw some little fiberglass filler in there just to, you know, just to waterproof it basically. And that'll also come in handy that when I'm spraying the back with epoxy primers, you know, I'll be able to actually hang it up there and do the whole back side of that and get all that sealed up from the back side as well. So, all right, I worked on this door quite a bit and just trying to get it as perfect as I possibly could. And I know you'll probably not be able to see that, but it's it looks really good through here. I had to pull this out a little bit more, and this was in just a tad, and so now I've got everything looking like I'm pretty happy with it. Doesn't seem like a lot to get done today, but that's about all I got done so far. It's 3:20 and I haven't even eaten lunch yet, so but yeah, just try to finish that out, make it real pretty. I don't know about you, but you go to car shows and this is one place that you always see that transition there, And if that's all jacked and bent and goofed up, it just looks crappy. So try to make that as nice as possible where it looks, shit, that's probably better than factory, honestly. But I don't know, because I don't have a factory car here to compare it to. But yeah, it's going to look pretty good. So back to basically popping my, I'll be able to get this door open. Hold on a second. So best I can tell, I'm going to have to undo this in reverse order that I put it together. So I'll mark the hood first, then I'll mark the fenders, and then once all that's marked, I'll have to pull the whole front end off and then mark my hinges for my doors and then pull those off. And that should be it. Should be good. Whoa, I stepped in a hole. That should be it. So yeah, I'll probably go get some lunch and come back and start marking these holes. So or marking for the holes I'm going to drill. Basically I'm going to use an 1/8 inch drill bit and drill me some little pilot holes. That way when I put all this back together, it just goes right back together like it is right now. So alright guys, and I have to do some cleanup on the underneath side of this probably. I've got a couple little wires hanging down where I missed a little bit. I may be able to come in here and clean this up too a little bit when I take that fender off. That way if you see from the inside it's not all jaggy like that. I'll go ahead and run me another couple beads under there and make that real nice. So anyway, yep, that's it for now. And shuts good, looks good. I'm gonna leave it alone before I start picking at it again. It's like never ending. Every time I come out here, I look at it and go, I could fix that a little better. And so this guy will be 80 years old by the time I'm done nitpicking it if I don't hurry up and get something done with it. So, all right, I'll bring you back in a little bit. See you. Hey guys. All right, you tired of looking at door gaps yet? Because I'm kind of tired of working on them. And that's it. That's the done deal. That's what you're going to see when it's all finished, minus, you know, it's going to have some paint and stuff on it. But, yep, that is it. Happy as I can be with it. Looks nice. Pretty consistent. So this undercut will have a little bit of fiberglass filler coming out, not up to the edge, but right off of that. Because let's see, hold on a second. Show you what I got. This fender rolls itself in like that. It's fatter out here than it is in the middle. So, and you can't really see it, but basically I'll do the wipe from here out, just a skim wipe right through here, and then block it flat. That way it seals this, and that'll make that undercut, or I'm not even sure that's undercut, but whatever. It's not undercut, it's probably just where the weld stopped. But it'll make that go away. Had some people say, you know, why don't you let it? Yeah, could do that, but like I said, this guy probably wants his car back sometime in the next 20 years. So if I keep going at this pace, which is kind of a snail's pace, he's never going to get it back. So, and the fiberglass will work fantastic. It'll seal that up. And like I said, I have to rework the insides, but I went and ate lunch and come back, and so I went ahead and finished up. There was a little spot here I wasn't happy with, and you can kind of see where I ground that back away, and I welded actually to the door a little bead. And I think what had happened when I came down with this, I must have got into the door just a little bit, and so it opened it up just a tad, so I had to weld that back up. So be real careful if you're using these. Make sure you're staying on one side, whatever side you want to stay on. Otherwise you can cause yourself more work like I did. So, yep, there it is. Like I said, they gaps seem like it's a lot bigger in this camera than it is, but it's not. It's tiny. As you can see here, that's the 3/16, and it just barely fits in there. So cool. Done with that. Now I'll move on to marking this hood out. And let me go get me a board. Pull this up. Hold on a sec. I don't have the springs on the hood hinges yet. I'm not sure I have them. I don't think I have them really. This is kind of a bear to get up. That right there will work. And so from there I can figure out where I want to mark those hood hinges. And actually I still have to align that. Man, I'm glad I thought about that. I still have to align that hood before I mark those, so I'm gonna have to do some of that before I even drill me some holes. So that's gonna be probably a two-person job. I could probably do it by myself, it'd be a pain in the ass. So I'll probably have my wife come out here later and get her pissed off at me. But may do that before I start popping holes and stuff for final fitment. So maybe back out here tomorrow, probably will be, might make a vid, so I'm not sure what's going on though. And anyway, so if I do anything else, like I said, I'll probably get her to come. She's gonna be home in about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes or so. I may have her come out and do some final adjustments on this hood with me. All right guys, well, you have a good one. I'll probably upload this and I'll bring you back out here tomorrow. See ya.